Taliban storms Pakistan. India's golden opportunity. Best chance to reclaim PoK. Operation Sindhoor 2.0. Is India preparing? Hello friends, Pakistan, the same country that thought it could provoke India with terrorism, is now getting crushed by the very monsters it once created. The Taliban has turned on Pakistan. They have captured over 10 Pakistani border posts along the Durand line and killed more than 15 Pakistani soldiers. Some reports even claim the number is much higher. A full-blown war has broken out between so-called Muslim brothers. And that raises one big question. Is this India's golden opportunity? Is this the right time for India to strike back and reclaim PoK? Let's break this down in today's video. Please stay with us till the very end. Pakistan in chaos. Yes friends, even after its humiliating loss in Operation Sindhoor, Pakistan was behaving like a drama queen, pretending that its defeat was actually a victory and celebrating it with fake pride. Their self-proclaimed Field Marshal Asim Munir was busy taking foreign trips, boasting like a hero and all-powerful new supreme leader of Pakistan. Because wearing army uniform, he was also taking suitcase or briefcase which contains some so-called rare earth materials to sell it to America. He was showing that briefcase to Donald Trump as if he's a salesman, and wherever Pak Prime Minister goes, he follows, not like a disciplined soldier who subordinates to the elected government, but to be there and stamp his authority. He wants to be present everywhere because he wants to communicate the message that he is the real decision maker. Maybe Shahbaz Sharif is television, but he is the remote control. That is the message he wants to pass. And Trump's backing has given him a false sense of power. Suddenly, Pakistan, a country ignored by half of the world, was appearing on international headlines because of Trump's newfound love for Pakistan. But with just 3 weeks, everything is changing. Pakistan has collapsed into chaos, politically, militarily and internally. Taliban strikes back. Yes friends, after Pakistan bombed Kabul at midnight, the Taliban decided to teach them a lesson. They said, you attack us from the air, fine, we will walk across your border. And that's exactly what they did. They crossed the Durand line, a border the Taliban never really accepted anyway, and launched a massive assault on Pakistani posts. They used American-made weapons left behind during the US withdrawal from Afghanistan, artillery, rockets and shells, and unleashed a rain of fire on Pakistani border outposts and nearby villages. They also used Humvee vehicles. According to reports, around 10 Pakistani posts were captured, 15 soldiers were confirmed dead, and hundreds injured. But Afghanistan spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid claimed they actually killed 58 Pakistani soldiers. Now, that number is still being verified, but one thing is clear, Pakistan has taken major damage. In response, Pakistan used drones and tanks to retaliate, claiming they captured 19 Afghan border posts in return. In short, a massive fight has erupted between Islamic brothers. Here, we are not against any religion or for any religion. We believe in global citizen culture. That is Vishwamanava ideology. That means global human, global citizen ideology, which was popularized by great Kannada poet Kuvempu and many others throughout the history of India. We believe in that. But these people who claims to be fighting for the religion are fighting themselves. And they are using their terror proxies against each other. Afghan Taliban is using TTP against Pakistan, that is Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, and recent reports suggest Pakistan using Lashkar ISK against Afghan Taliban. Now friends, before we move ahead, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do it right now. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. It helps us bring you sharp, factual stories like this one. Alright, let's continue. Trouble inside Pakistan, TTP and Baloch rebels. Yes friends, while Taliban attacks Pakistan from border, from outside, within the country, inside the Pakistan, things are even worse. The Pakistani Taliban or TTP want to overthrow the corrupt military regime and impose Islamic Sharia law in Pakistan. Especially they want to liberate Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. In just last 18 months, they have carried out over 600 attacks on Pakistani police and army, killing more than 1,000 people. In some regions like Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, TTP literally controls towns. They run their own rule of law, and that's actually why Afghanistan and Pakistan are fighting. Because the Afghan Taliban is giving shelter and support to TTP militants, and Pakistan is furious about it. In the past week alone, TTP launched multiple attacks, killing around 30 Pakistani soldiers. And to retaliate to this, on October 9th, Pakistan bombed Afghan cities, the capital Kabul, then coast Jalalabad and Paktika, targeting what it called TTP bases. And now the Taliban's revenge is unfolding in full swing. But that's not all. The Baloch Liberation Army BLA is also tearing Pakistan apart. They have carried out over 300 attacks in just 1 year, killing over 545 people, including Pakistani soldiers and police. And remember, many of these attacks are aimed at Chinese projects inside Balochistan because the Baloch rebels see them as exploitation of their land. Unrest in PoK, Pakistan's own backyard burning. Yes friends, Pakistan keeps shouting about Kashmir but can't even control the small piece it already occupies illegally, which is PoK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. People living there are fed up. Electricity bills are skyrocketing, blackouts are constant, and prices of wheat and essentials are shooting up like crazy. On September 29th, massive protests erupted in PoK. Thousands hit the streets. They shut down cities, burned government offices, and clashed with police. At least 12 people were killed when Pakistani forces opened fire on PoK civilians. And on top of that, Pakistanis are furious at their own government for joining the US-backed Gaza plan and betraying Palestinians. The hardline TLP, Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, this religious hardliner party has taken to the streets so much that the government had to block roads with containers to stop them from entering major cities. Add to that the ongoing protests by Imran Khan supporters, and Pakistan is literally burning from all sides. Right now, Field Marshal Asim Munir, doesn't know which fire to put out first because flames are everywhere. India's golden opportunity, Sindhoor 2.0. Now friends, Pakistan is at its weakest point in decades. Its army is stretched thin on every front. Taliban on the west, TTP and Baloch rebels inside, and unrest in PoK. So this, many argue, is India's best opportunity to strike strategically and reclaim PoK. Because when a country is fighting on multiple fronts and from within, its focus and response time drop drastically. Resources are spread out. Coordination collapses. Yes, Pakistan has around 600,000 soldiers, but when 2 or 3 fronts are active at same time, it is impossible to defend every inch. Experts say defending just the Afghan border itself needs 200 to 300,000 troops. So how can they also defend PoK effectively while also having so much of turbulence in Balochistan and KPK, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province? That's why strategically, if India ever wanted to launch a covert or limited operation, this could be the perfect window. And remember, Pakistan did the same in 1965 when India was weak after 1962 India-China war. India was licking its wounds. Pakistan thought it can attack India and defeat it. They launched a war. But today, current Pakistani situation is far worse, and they are far weaker compared to India in 1965. So maybe it's time Pakistan gets a taste of its own medicine. Also, the people of PoK themselves are angry at Pakistan. They are openly saying, "We have had enough of Islamabad's rule that gives India a moral and humanitarian justification to if such a move were ever made." But, and this is important, India doesn't believe in unprovoked wars. War is violent and against our culture. Plus, Pakistan still has nuclear weapons. So a full-scale war isn't an option, or at least not a first option. Instead, India could use covert operations to quietly eliminate key threats and make strategic moves when Pakistan's guard is down. This is the time for smart, limited action, not a full-scale confrontation. If you remember correctly, recently India's Defense Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, has also hinted something like this. We don't need to fight a war with Pakistan to get the PoK back into India's control. PoK was ours, it is ours, and it will be ours. But right now it is under illegal Pakistani occupation. People of PoK will join with their motherland with love. We don't need to raise arms for it. They will join on their own. That was the message by India's defense minister just recently. Now, what is your take on this? What do you think? What should India do? On the one side, Afghanistan and India at the other, Pakistan is getting sandwiched and getting crushed. Can they overcome it and survive? Please let us know your thoughts on the comment section below. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and especially we request you to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Your support is very, very important for us. Thank you so much. Keep looking for better. Let's meet again. Namaste.